Hello and welcome to another edition of Client for Life. Today I want to talk to you a bit about the market. The last three videos I've done, I've talked to you about the overheated market and the absolute importance of not being caught up in the sizzle. One of the things that I liked about when I started Solid, which was 7 years ago now, is we actually started almost as the bell tolled for the start of the global financial crisis. And I used to say to people, you know, you've got to be dedicated and keen to be starting a business in a GFC, let alone a property business in a GFC. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is that we're now out of the GFC market. We've gone from a bear market to a bubble market. The principles haven't changed. The people who are well rewarded for investing are those that take a risk when times are tough and those that understand the market will improve. What I see today is so many people jumping into being property mentors. You know, at the end of the day, look at people's resumes. How long have they been doing it for? If they're the Johnny-come-latelys, be really, really careful, because I've just got off the phone to one of my major suppliers of property. They're the largest in all of Victoria, and they're talking about properties coming on at 12, 13, 14, 15,000 a square metre at the moment that are really tiny. And at the end of the day, you just can't be involved in projects like that. It's going to be a 5, 7, 10 years to see growth if anything happens in the market. So my advice has stayed exactly the same. Don't get involved in the hype. Look at what you're actually buying. Look at the price per square metre. There's actually some really good buys at the moment of projects that were priced 12, 18 months ago. I've been doing a lot of research in Brunswick at the moment, and you know, every week the medium house and unit price is shifting up to $30,000, $40,000 a week in Brunswick. But if you can buy a property that was priced 12, 18 months ago for in the 500s for a 2-bed in Brunswick, the medium unit price is hitting 600. That's the sort of investing you should be doing now, not getting caught up in something that's 10, 11, 12,000 a metre on the basis that this bubble's going to continue to go, because I don't believe it will. And interestingly enough, I just was on the phone to Tom Offerman, who owns probably the most successful real estate agency in Noosa. And as you know, I used to invest quite heavily in Noosa. And he was saying that a home that was worth $4 million during the GFC dropped down to the high 2s, early 3s. Now it's back up to sort of $3.6 million. So they're looking at an almost full recovery in a resort town, which is a really big challenge. But what's driving his market is the Sydney buyers. The Sydney buyers are looking at the value that they're getting, and we've just tipped $650,000 medium unit price in Sydney without a car space, and you'd be lucky to get 50 square metres. So, you know, I just think it's one of those things. It's a time where you really need good advice if you're going to buy a property. Don't get caught up in the sizzle. It's almost like next thing you know, they'll be having hot dog stands outside of residential off the plan investment properties and a cappuccino. So be careful, go easy, and I'm always here to take your calls if you need some advice. Thank you so much for your time.